What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today's main deck Monday, and we are going to go over one of the decks that are like kind of the most hyped right now, and that is Solgaleo Lurantis. A lot of people have a love; they are loving this deck and have a lot of fun playing it. And I actually got to play against it 2 weeks ago and expanded while I was playing Toad Decidueye. It was really funny because my opponent couldn't knock out my Decidueye because Solgaleo only does 230. But let's go over this deck and let's see what's it about and why are people hyping this deck up so much. Now, we've seen Solgaleo before. It has the ability Ultra Road, which once turn to turn, before you attack, you may switch your active with one of your bench Pokemon. And this means that like multiple times. So let's say you have 3 Solgaleos. You can use Ultra Road 3 times and switch out between different attackers, which is fantastic. Now, what we're going to try to do is try to get a turn 2 Solgaleo, then use Soul Burst to search up for 5 energies and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like, then shuffle your deck. You can't use more than one GX attack in a game. And the attack we're going to use is Sunshine Strike. You do 230 and discard all energy from this Pokemon. Now, the downside is you discard all energy, but you blow up pretty much everything. Now, this is where Lurantis comes into play. Lurantis has the attack Flower Splice. It does 40, and you attach 2 basic energy cards from one of your discard pile to one of your Pokemon in any way you want to. So, any way you want to, you can move 1 to Lurantis, 1 on the bench, 2 on the bench. Wherever you want to go is what we're going to do. You can use Solar Blade for 120, which is perfect numbers to knock out Shaymin because they have 110 HP. And you heal 30, and then Chlorocyte, we're really probably never going to use because we're going to focus so much on using that Soul Burst. So, turn 2, the plan is a Soul Burst into Solgaleo. You're going to Soul Burst, put 2 energies on the active, so that's 2. 2 on the bench, Solgaleo or Cosmog, whatever you have, and 1 on the Lurantis. This means you're able to use Sunshine Strike once with that guy, then retreat to the other guy, take another knockout, and then maybe take your last 2 prize cards with the Lurantis with the with the Solar Blade, or your Flower Splice to get energies back on your Solgaleo, and then use Solar Blade for you just Sunshine Strike for the knockout. So these 2 cards kind of go hand in hand. You put a bunch of energies on the field with Solgaleo, then Lurantis gets them back. It's only 2, but I promise those 2 do make a lot of difference because it's like attaching 3 energies for your turn because you attach and then you can Flower Splice for 2, which is really, really strong. We're playing a 3-3 line and a 4-2-4 Solgaleo line. We need to get Solgaleo out turn 2 ASAP. And like always, playing 2 Shaymin to help set up, to help us streamline these people. Alright, so 2 Love Ball because I can get you the Cosmoem, the Cosmog, and the Fomantis. We play 1 Max Potion because Max Potion, you heal all the damage from one of your Pokemon, then discard all energy. But when you use Solgaleo Sunshine Strike, you don't have any energy on you, which is really strong. Blue Rare Candy, we're trying to get that turn 2 Solgaleo. 1 Super Rod, shove Pokemon back into your deck or energies. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker for maximum consistency. And we're playing 2 Forests of Giant Plants. Now, with Forests of Giant Plants, you can evolve your Grass Pokemon on the first turn you put it down. So hopefully you can get a turn 1 Lurantis. Now, if this doesn't happen, this can also bump stadiums like Parallel City, which could hurt you because they can put you down to 3, or make it where you do 20 less damage. The putting down to 3 is pretty bad sometimes. 2 Lysandre, 2 N, which I kind of want another N, but we need room for the Professor. Like I said at the start of the video, if you don't have a way to knock out a Decidueye, you're in trouble. You can use Professor to draw 2 cards and do an additional 20 damage. So that way your Solgaleo hits for 250, and you're knocking out other Solgaleos. You're knocking out other Lanalas? I think Lanala's resistant to Steel, though, if I remember correctly. I think they resist each other. Oh, he's resistant to fighting. Cool. So Solgaleo resists this Lanala, but Lanala resists fighting. So Solgaleo is like 100% the better legendary in this Sun and Moon set for sure. So you can now knock out opposing Solgaleos, Lanalas, Decidueyes, Wailords if needed. They have fighting free routes sometimes. You can just use Solar Blade to knock them out. Now, actually, no, you can't because you only do 240. Interesting. Wailord would be an interesting match. 4 Sycamore and 5 and 6. 5 Grass, 6 Metal. You only need 2 for each. Like this guy needs 2 and 1 Colorless. This guy needs 2 Grass and 1 Colorless. But you need to draw to Metal ASAP because Soul Burst does need a Metal. It'd be broken if it was a Colorless attack. But there we go, guys. There's the Solgaleo Lurantis deck. I almost said Lanala because we were talking about Lanala a second ago. It has answers to pretty much everything, except it does struggle with non-EX decks like Vespiquen, and just stuff that has like 90x attackers just over and over again does put this deck in a weird situation. Also, any like evolution decks that play like Flareon, they don't one-shot you, but they're able to two-shot you now, which is something a lot of decks can't do, because like Solgaleo has 250 HP, so it's hard to two-shot it. But with Flareon, you're able to, which is the very it's very interesting. Also, we don't play any there. Also, another hard part would be Garbodor. If you're scared of Garbodor, you can put Flow Stones in here to give your Solgaleos free retreat. But even then, your Lurantis has a 2 retreat cost, so it's still a pretty bad matchup. Against Garbodor, you need a Lysandre out ASAP. Try to knock him out that way, which is the plan. So Garbodor and non-EX decks are pretty much the hard matchups. But besides that, you should be good to go. You can take down like pretty much all the EX decks. Rayquaza can't one-shot you unless they have a Professor, because it only does 240, and you can one-shot them, which is pretty nice. They can one-shot your Lurantis, but we're going to try to streamline Solgaleo against Rayquazas. So, like I said, you can take down pretty much everything. The only thing you have to worry about is maybe Glaceon, because you can't hurt it because you're an evolution Pokemon, but just pretend Glaceon doesn't exist. But there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, so I'm going to get some Ontario NK playing a Psychic and a Colors deck, which means a Mega Mewtwo deck. Now, Mega Mewtwo's a little scary because they play Garbodor. And if that happens, we can't use our Solgaleos anymore. So, they'll call the coin flip. Get out of my mouth. Alright, so hopefully we'll be able to go first. Alright, cool beans. Yes, I would love to go first. On our turn, let's see what is going to happen. Well, we get a mulligan. Okay. Alright, so we'll press done to get a new hand of 7. We need to find at least 2 Cosmogs, because if it is Mewtwo, Mewtwo has Shadow Shot, which does 30, and Cosmog's weak to Psycho, which knocks us out. So press done again. Get a new hand of 7. Hey, there we go. It's actually a pretty decent hand. I'll put down Cosmog. We'll press done. We can Ultra Ball, discard some stuff for a Shaymin. Level Ball for a Fomantis, and be good to go. We'll Shaymin for 6. Alright, so there's Mewtwo. Okay, so we'll Metal Energy this guy. We will Level Ball for a Fomantis. Wow, we have 2 other prize. Let's put out Fomantis. We'll Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. We'll grab a Shaymin and set it for 5 new cards. Alright, let's see. What do we get with the Shaymin? Don't let me down, buddy. Don't you do it. Don't you let me down. And he let me down. So we'll press done. Okay. But like I said, if he finds Psychic Energy, he can go for the Shadow Shot, which knocks us out, because it does 60 because of weakness. So we just gotta hope he doesn't find a Trubbish. There's a Fighting Fury to the active. Fighting Fury build. Acrobike, look at top cards of his deck, and he's going to discard his Psychic Energy. Fighting Fury build. Is he not playing Mega Mewtwo? I don't know. Trainers Mail, look at top cards of his deck. There's another Acrobike. We just gotta hope we top deck a Solgaleo or an Ultra Ball or Trainers Mail. I'm fine with either one of those. So there's an Acrobike, look at top cards of his deck. Going to discard a Puzzle of Time. Okay. There's a Mewtwo coming down. A Max Elixir. Is he going for like Speed Shadow Shot deck? That's what it seems like right now. There's a Lily. Draw. He has 8 cards in his hand because it is his first turn. Alright. There's a Lugia. Does he even play Garbodor? There's a Taurus. We don't care about any of these guys. We can one-shot them all with our Solgaleo. And there's a Shadow Shot for the knockout. Now, I'm going to send in the Fomantis and put a Grass Energy on it, because regardless, we can retreat it this turn. There's a Lurantis. Alright, so yeah, we'll put down Lurantis. Put a Grass Energy. Do we Shaymin for 2, or do we just Sycamore? I think I'm just going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alright, so we get Rare Candy. Okay, cool. This is a good hand now. Well, Rare Candy, Solgaleo. This is a good thing about sending Lurantis. If we get Solgaleo, we can just do this automatically, which is really cool. So we'll Ultra Road this to the active spot. And we will go for a Soul Burst GX. Oh, I'll put a metal on this guy, metal on that guy, metal on that guy, and a Grass Energy to the active. Alright. Oh, and a Grass Energy to the Lurantis, sure. Maybe puts down a Shaymin, Lurantis getting knockout later on. We could also use the Chlorophyll Scythe GX. Oh, we can't. We just use our GX hack, Josh. You're dumb. You are dumb. Alright. But next turn we can Sunshine Strike for the knockout. There's a Max Elixir. But yeah, if we find another Rare Candy Solgaleo, we're good to go. There's a Psychic Energy Mewtwo, another Psychic Energy, okay. Right now, shoutouts out to a 90, which I do not care about that at all. We're actually resistant as well, so that's really cool. So another Lugia hit the field. There's a Mega Mewtwo, so he does play Mega Mewtwo. He's going to put it down this turn. We are going to Trainers Mail. For nothing. Put a Metal Cosmom. Hey, Cosmom, and we'll put down Forest and Sycamore. Sure, why not? We don't have any more Fomantis in our deck regardless. We'll put down another Cosmog, and we will Sunsteel Strike for the knockout, doing 230 to that Mewtwo. Alright, so 230, we'll go down to 4 price cards. Okay. So there's 1, there's 2. And there's a Fomantis and a Sycamore. Okie dokie. I mean, we can put another Solgaleo down. If we find a Rare Candy, we can Rare Candy this Solgaleo and attack with the Flower Supply. There's a Nest Ball. Okay. Put a Hoopa. So when you Nest Ball Hoop on the field, Scoundering doesn't kick off because it doesn't go from your hand. Just to let you know that, guys, if you Scoundering, it says from your hand. Alright, so Slide continue for 3, 6, 9, 100 damage, minus 20 for 80. And on our turn, we'll put down a Solgaleo. I am just so confused right now. Oh, well, Trainers Mail, looking for another... Okay, alright, there's a Professor. And there's the game. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent was really thinking. But what we could have done was taken a knockout. The next turn, have taken a Lurantis. Flower Supply, put 2 energies on a Solgaleo. And the next turn, have taken a knockout. Because the max Mega Mewtwo would have done the following turn would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 130. Unless he plays like multiple Mega Turbos. But even then, it'd be really hard for him to knock out our fully powered Solgaleo, and then we knock out any EX on his field. But we'll see one more game with the deck here in a second. That one's actually pretty good. You can see how the deck kind of works. We didn't really see Lurantis come and play, but you can see how we had kind of 2 knockouts ready to go. If you put down a Shaymin, Lurantis could have taken a knockout with this 120 HP attack, which is pretty neat as well. But we'll see one more game of the deck here in a second. Hopefully it's another victory. Alrighty, guys. Alright, so putting against 0 men, playing a Dark Dragon Colors and a Psychic deck, which means probably a Darkrai Giratina deck, which is probably one of the most hyped decks right now since it did just win a regionals. It's still really, really strong, but our deck is meant to beat it. Alright, so put down this guy, Level Ball. I mean, we could have a great turn one if we find a Forest of Giant Plants. So put down the Fomantis, press done. And let's see what is going to happen, guys. Do we have a great hand or not? So there's the Evital. Okay. We just got to hope he doesn't play Garbodor. A lot of these decks don't play Garbodors, so we really don't have to worry about that. So we see Sycamore going to his hand. Okay. And what else will he do? I mean, we're going to Love Ball for a Cosmog, and then Trainer's Mail. Hopefully hit a supporter card. A Parallel City, okay, make us where we do less damage, which is why I play the Forest, and there's an N. Alright. So we'll get a new hand of 6. Alright. So, alright. Well. This is something. Alright, find a hero the active. Shaymin coming down, gonna set for 2 new cards. Alright. Giratina coming down, alright. I pass on our turn. Alright, what do we find? There's an Ultra Ball. So I'm going to Ultra Ball this card, an Ultra Ball and a Super Rod for a Cosmog. We'll put that guy down, put a Metal Energy, and we'll pass. I mean, it looks bad, but we're gonna Rare Candy for Solgaleo and be good to go. Get the Soul Burst off turn 2. Okay. We just got hit a supporter card. I guess we could have maybe went for Shaymin, but I didn't want to discard a lot of cards in my hand. Like, I didn't want to discard the Rare Candy, so Galio. It kind of stinks we discard a Super Rod, but it's whatever. There's a Darkrai coming down and a Sycamore. Discarding a bunch of Darks, but Evital does have that Blizwing doing 40 and putting a Dark Energy to the Darkrai. There's an EXP share, a double Dragon Energy, and a Blizwing for 30, putting a Dark Energy on that Darkrai. Alrighty, so on to our turn, what do we find? And there's a Solgaleo, so Rare Candy Solgaleo. Do we go? Yeah, I think I'm still gonna go for the Soul Burst. It's not that good because we don't have that many Solgaleos out, but we can knock out Shaymin's later on, so we'll Soul Burst. I'm putting a Metal. Metal to the active. Okay. Put a Grass on this guy, Grass on this guy, and a Metal on this guy, because it does need 2 Grass and a Colorless to use Lurantis' second attack. Alright, so under opponent's turn, okay. I mean, if we top like a Lysandre, we can Lysandre Darkrai take a knockout, that'd be pretty cool. I'm hoping we just top deck a Professor. If we top deck a Professor, hit Lurantis and Grass Energy off, or yeah, those two, Lurantis and a Grass Energy, that'd be good. That'd be really good. Alright, so there's an Ultra Ball for Darkrai. He can't put it down because Parallel City's in the way right now. Okay. There's a Dark Energy, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. There's a VS Seeker for it in. Nope, for Sycamore. Alright, so Sycamore discards his hand, draws 7 new cards. Do we find a Lysandre? If we find a Lysandre, we can pretty much take his only attack off the field. There's a Max Elixir, whiff. Okay. There's an Escape Rope. Get him, Fomantis. You gonna set up your Darkrai? Alright, I'll allow it. I'm fine with this play. Because now we can Soul Burst, knock out his Darkrai, take his only attacker off the field. There's the EXP to the Giratina. I'm like 100% okay with this. There's a VS Seeker for N. He's anticipated us knocking it out, which we are going to. Alright, so I don't know why you Escape Rope there. I think you wait till you can knock out our Solgaleo. So on our turn, we get it. Alright, we're just going to Sunsteel Strike for the knockout. Seems good to me. Alright, so we'll go down to 4 price cards. So there's 3 energies being discarded, but take 2 prize cards. So like, even though we haven't played a supporter card, we still like are really set up. There's a Grass Energy and a Sycamore. Alright, so we're good to go next turn. Here comes Giratina onto our opponent's turn. Does he have a Lysandre? If he does, he can bring it to Fomantis and knock it out. So there's an in. Okay, so we get 4. We haven't played a supporter card yet, so we have a lot of options still in our deck. And let's see. Alright, so alright, we get a Fomantis, Lurantis. We could put 2 metals on the Solgaleo. We could switch on the active. Alright, so even though we haven't played a supporter card yet, we are going places right now. Now he can maybe swing for 100 if he has a Dark Energy, which I don't know if he has one. There's a Darkrai coming down. An Escape Rope. Oh no. Well he can't. Okay, he can't knock us out this turn. There's a double dragon, okay. There's a Blizwing for 40. Now, I'm fine with this 100%. We'll put a Dark Energy on Darkrai, okay. On our turn, we'll put down Lurantis. We'll put a Metal Energy on this guy. Put down the other Fomantis. And we'll go for Flower Supply for 40. Okay, or 20, sorry. We'll put a Metal on this guy. And a Metal on this guy. Alright, we still haven't played a supporter card yet, but we are going places. So let's see, Darkrai's 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 right now with Darkrai. Okay. But next turn we can put down another Lurantis. We can Flower Supply, put a Grass Energy on it. There's a Blizwing for another 40. Okay. Putting the Dark Energy to Darkrai. Oh, we took a Lysandre. If we Lysandre, okay, Professor. So put down Lurantis. We will Professor for 2. I guess we'll just go for another Flower Supply. Okay. We'll put a Grass Energy to this guy. And a Metal Energy to this guy. Okay. On to our opponent's turn. This isn't a very exciting game, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's doing 180 right now. There's another 20 coming down to the Darkrai. Alright, oh, on to Shaymin. Alright, so on our turn, we can finally go places. Ooh, there's a Lysandre. Come up to me, Darkrai. We will Ultra Road. Yep, Synesty active. And we'll go for Sunchill Strike. So that's our first supporter card of the game. We'll go down to 2 prize cards. He kind of like Parallel City himself, but I don't think he plays another stadium card, so he really can't put down another Darkrai. Now, alright, I'll take 2 prize cards. There's 1, there's 2. There's an N and a Shaymin. This guy, he did get a Dark Energy. Alright, so here comes Evital. Alright, so next turn we can win the game. And we find a Forest of Giant. Do we have any Grass Energies left? I don't know. There's 2 on the field. I don't know how many's in our deck. But we can Ultra Ball discard Sycamore in for a Cosmog Shaymin for 5. Trying to find a Grass Energy plus a Stadium card to knock out Shaymin. Yep, that is a plan. I mean, my opponent's played a ton of stuff. We've barely played anything, and you can see why this deck is so strong. It is so funny. There's a Salamence come down, okay. And Olympia to the Giratina. Alright, so see Chaos will... Alright, so now we can win this turn. 100 damage onto our turn. We get it. Alright, there we go. Put this guy down. We'll Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2 for nothing. Well, sure, we'll grab this guy. What am I talking about? We'll grab this guy. We'll put it down. And we will Shaymin for 5. There we go. Now we're good to go. Alright, so Shaymin for 5. Alright, so we'll Trainers Mail. For an N, but we are not going to play that N. We're definitely going to Sycamore for our first time this game. So it'll be a Seeker for a Professor. Yeah, we'll go for Sycamore. We'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 cards. Okay, there's a Max Potion. So Max Potion the active. We'll put a Metal Energy on it. Use the Ultra Road, send in the Lurantis, and we'll go for Flower Supply for 20. But next turn, we should have the game, unless he ends us. So 20 damage. We'll put 2 metals on this Solgaleo. This one Solgaleo is about to take a 6 prize cards. Alright, so on to our opponent's turn. Alright, so here we go, guys. What does our opponent have? Do they have an N? That one Max Potion just came in really clutch, because... I mean, I guess he really can't attack with Salamence. There's a Lysandre. Bring it up to Lurantis. He will take a knockout going down to 3 prize cards, but Solgaleo will do a ton of damage to this Giratina. Making sure ain't nothing. Yep, we're not Mega Evolved. We are just a stage 2 Pokemon. So on to our turn, we will go. Oh, actually, is he weak to Metal? Nope, he's not. So we'll go for Sunshine Strike for 230. Take the game against this Darkrai Giratina deck. The Parallel City actually hurt him in the end, which is really funny because he could have been under the Darkrai. He was stuck with those 3 Pokemon forever. And there we go, guys. There is the Solgaleo Lurantis deck. And you can see why it's such a strong deck. We didn't even play this supporter card until after we took like 2 or 4 prize cards, which is pretty hilarious. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Main Deck Monday. Like I said earlier in the video, this deck does struggle with non-EX decks, which is the big problem. I think that is definitely the big problem with this deck. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.